There are 12 dimensions of Naga. There is a 400-meter long serpent mound. Wherever pratyahara happened, there Naga lived. Your Adishesha has to begin to uncoil and move if you want to know aspects beyond five senses. Where the five senses fail, there the work of the Naga begins. There are 12 dimensions of Naga which are worshipped in India. These are called Ananta, Vasuki, Shesha, Padma, Kambala, Karkotaka, Ashvatara, Dhritarashtra, Sankapala, Kaliya, Takshaka and Pingala. These are the 12 aspects. These 12 aspects also relate to the 12 aspects of the calendar, the 12 aspects of the stars and stuff that people read. In various cultures, literally across the world, you see symbolisms, symbolic proof. From 20,000 years onwards, you will see various artifacts around the world showing how snake played an important part in their mystical journey of those tribes in variety of places, from Russia to China, of course India, Africa, Egypt, Greece, South America, North America, everywhere you have serpent symbolism representing this. And in North America, we discovered there is a 400-meter long serpent mound in Ohio, 400 meters long, overlooking a very big crater which could have happened either because of an asteroid hit or maybe a gas burst, they are saying, we do not know how it happened. But a 400-meter long serpent built with mud, a mound, it's a serpent mound. So, various people across the world have come to this not by transportation of cultures, that also has happened, but that is not the reason why it's happened. Wherever people perceive something beyond five senses, wherever people spend time, more eyes closed, pratyahara essentially. Pratyahara means you withdrew your senses. Wherever pratyahara happened, wherever withdrawal of sense happened, there Naga lived. There they recognized the significance of this dimension of evolutionary residue which remains within us and how we can activate that and how it can become a process of one's evolution beyond the limitations of one's senses. The snake which is around Shiva's throat is referred to as Vasuki, but the Vishnu's snake is referred to as Shesha. If you do not know this, those of you who learnt early part of your school, you did in local languages in southern India, if you did, either in… I do not know what's the word in Tamil, but in Telugu and Kannada, if you're learning mathematics, Shesha means remainder. In mathematics, it's a common thing, Shesha. So that is the word that is used for this, because this snake or this serpent represents the Shesha, or what is always a remainder of when a certain creation ends, certain things remain, a certain core aspect remains, which once again germinates into another creation. So it is upon this Shesha that Vishnu rests. That means when he is resting, when there is no creation to maintain, he is resting on Shesha, what is remainder. Adishesha uncoils and time moves forward. This is the mythology about it. This means the remainder that is left from the previous creation stays, and when it begins to uncoil, it is called as Adishesha because it's the first reminder which is there, and it uncoils means another creation begins to happen. So this is a very profound aspect of life expressed in symbolic ways. So this Nagara Panchami or Naga Panchami today represents all this in the month of Shravana, on the day, 5th day. This is the day which is very significant for those who want to penetrate and know life beyond their physicality, beyond their senses. This is not just about experiencing or realization or liberation, this is about knowing. If you want to know, maybe not everybody wishes to know, that is okay. Some people just want to be free, they don't care to know, it's all right. But those who want to know, for them, this aspect of evolutionary reminder within you is very, very important. Otherwise, it doesn't really function, whether you actually relate to the symbolism or not, but you have to invigorate that dimension. Your Adishesha has to begin to uncoil and move if you want to know aspects beyond five senses, aspects beyond physical nature. The Naga represents that dimension which cannot be perceived by the senses. It is because of that, in the yogic culture, maximum attention was given to Naga. Well, Adiyogi is carrying a Naga around his throat because this represents that aspect of you where you're able to perceive something which your senses cannot perceive. Where the five senses fail, there the work of the Naga begins. You can incubate a lot of either negative things or positive things in sleep. This is getting too easy. Just sleeping sadhana. So coming awake to an alarm bell with a sudden start is not the best way to do your life. How many of you find that one day morning when you get up without any reason, you're just feeling ugly for no reason? If it is happening even at least 2-3 times a year, if it is, then you must do certain things before you go to bed. It's very, very important. Because unconsciously, you need to understand this, you can incubate a lot of either negative things or positive things in sleep. Either pleasantness or unpleasantness, you can incubate very effectively, uninterrupted in sleep. You can also incubate it in the day, but there are so many interruptions, it doesn't happen very efficiently. But if you have a tendency to go to bed in a certain way and you wake up in the morning really nasty for simply no reason, that means you're incubating things in the night very efficiently. Bad eggs. This is not just about psychological disturbances, it can cause major physiological problems over a period of time. It's important that you eliminate these things from your life. So, before you go to bed in the night, there are certain things that you need to take care of. It's best if you're eating meat and other kinds of meals, you eat at least 3 to 4 hours before you go to bed. The digestion is over. Before going to bed, drink a certain amount of water and go to bed. You will see it gets taken care of just like this. One simple thing can be just a shower. Always to shower before go to bed. It'll make a lot of difference. In this weather, maybe cold showers are difficult, So you go for lukewarm showers, don't go for hot showers in the night. Go for lukewarm showers, it makes you alert. So you will think, oh, I cannot sleep. It doesn't matter, you will sleep 15–20 minutes or half an hour later, but you will sleep better because it will take away certain things. When you shower, it is not just the dirt on the skin that you're taking away. Have you noticed if you're very tense and anxious, whatever, just a shower, you came out and feels like almost the burden has been taken away from you? Have you not noticed this? So it's not just about washing the skin. A whole lot of things happen when water flows over your body. This shower is a very rudimentary bhuti shuddhi because over 70% of your body is actually water. If you run water over it, a certain purification happens, which is beyond cleaning the skin. One more thing if you want to do, you just light an organic oil lamp, a cotton wick, some oil, anything. What do you use here? Normal cooking oil. Linseed oil, rice bran oil or sesame oil, what do you have? Olive oil, fine. Any organic oil with a cotton wick, just burn one little lamp somewhere in the room where you sleep. You will see these things will completely disappear. If you can bring in a chant or there are nightly practices, yogic practices, before you go to bed, sit on your bed and do this practice. Do you know, if you live for about 60 years, on an average, most human beings are eating anywhere between 1100 to 1400 tons of food. So that means even what you think is my body is not this, it's changing every day. New input is happening and old things are going away. So 1400 tons, you don't carry that much of weight right now. So obviously, what you have as a body right now is just a transient amount of food and soil, isn't it? Hello? So what you think is mine also is not it is just all the time changing. Tonight before you go to bed, spend at least 12–15 minutes reminding yourself, you're neither this body nor this mind. Just lie down and just remind yourself, this body is not really you. It is mine right now for use, but it's not really me. Just… if you're not able to do it, just link it to your breath. Inhalation, I'm not the body. Exhalation, I'm not even the mind. Just lie down for 12 minutes and do it, till the last moment, till you fall asleep. This is something you must notice.
The sadhana is essentially towards using your emotional intelligence. When we say emotional intelligence, today it's being identified in the world. For a long time, we thought intelligence means just IQ. See, this is not a… IQ means I stand in the queue. That means always behind somebody. This is the nature of the intellect. Intellect is always trying to imitate and be one-up. Wanting to be better than somebody is also an imitation of somebody, isn't it? Essentially, we are trying to do a little better than the monkeys. That's evolution. Yes. The nature of the intellect is, right now the way it is for most human beings, it is a useless instrument unless there is a bank of information. There is no information. Most people do not know how to use their intellect. Only with information they can use their intellect. This is not the nature of emotional intelligence. It doesn't need any information. It can just embrace everything and know it. It can feel its way through life. It need not stand in a queue. It need not stand behind somebody. It need not try to be better than somebody. It's simply a way of being involved with life, knowing life by involvement, not by dissection. This is the difference between intellect and emotion. Intellect tries to know everything by cutting it off, by dissection. Emotion knows things by embrace, by inclusion. So the sadhana is essentially to heighten your emotional intelligence, because it's so much of an easier way of doing things. If you want to dissect the ultimate, if you want to dissect the divine, that's not a good thing and you won't get anywhere with it. The best way is to embrace. When you embrace somebody, you're also allowing yourself to be embraced. Otherwise it'll not happen. Only I will embrace you. You cannot embrace me. It doesn't work like that. When I embrace, I am also embraced. So this is a way of embracing the divine rather than dissecting the divine. So the sadhana is essentially about this. Devotion means just that. Devotion is not about dissecting the divine, it's about dancing with the divine, becoming one with it. Essentially, to heighten your emotional intelligence so that your ability to live well is not dependent upon being better than somebody. Your ability to live well is by your own innate nature, not because you're better than somebody. You don't have to prove that you're better than somebody. You don't even have to try to be better than somebody. This is emotional intelligence. There is no hierarchy in this. Once intellect enters this, if you say love, who loves most? There is no such thing. Do I love Dhyanalinga more or you love Dhyanalinga more? Do I love this turtle more or you love this turtle more? Do I love this monkey more or you love this monkey more? Nobody can decide this. Never ever can anybody wait and say, okay, this person loves more than the other person. There is no such thing. Quantities do not apply to emotional intelligence. When quantities do not apply, the high and low disappear, big and small disappear. Life becomes as it is. Is ant a more important life than you, or you a more important life than the ant? If you think you are more important, you have a gross mind. You do not understand that ant considers its life as important as you consider your life, probably more. He's got more limbs than you, probably doing more useful things, he's more organized than you, we don't know what else. Probably their population is more. If you give them the voting rights, they would win, hands down. So, intellect is always trying to set one thing against the other. It is your intellect which has created conflict. It is your emotion which can bring this together. But if emotion follows intellect, emotion will become a deadly conflict. If your intellect follows the emotion, then there would be no conflict, there would be sweetness in the world, there would be wonderful situations in the world. So the sadhana is essentially oriented towards that. It's a simple structure, but if you give yourself, it does miraculous things to you.
A
lot of people cannot understand that something so simple can do something like this to a human being, because they dissect it and see If I dissect you and see, let us say you are a great singer. Wow, you sing so well, let me see what is in your vocal cords. And I will dissect your vocal cords and look in, I will not find any music. Because that is not the way life works. So dissection will take you to a place where everything will become meaningless. If you apply your intellect to every aspect of your life, you will turn everything into meaningless rubbish. This is what is happening in the life of an intellectual, that everything looks meaningless and rubbish. But if you apply our emotion, everything becomes valuable and beautiful. Every little thing becomes… a blade of grass becomes poetry. Simply a wave of the branch becomes a song. But if you apply your intellect, everything can be reduced to rubbish. Everything becomes no good. If you apply your emotion, everything becomes great.
Namaskaram, Sadhguru. I was part of the Leela program in 2005. I'm from Gujarat but brought up in the US, and my understanding of Krishna was largely his stories of stealing butter and other childhood stories of mischief. Only after I attended the program, my understanding of Krishna matured and changed completely. Recently, I saw that people are misinterpreting video from the same program and saying that you are against Krishna and you said some vulgar things about him. How can devotees of Krishna do such things, and why are such things happening?
So, this video or a mischievously edited video comes from the Leela program of 2005. We're talking about Krishna's growth. When he's an infant and he comes into Yashoda's life and into the life of Gokula, he's just another child. As he grows up, he draws everybody's attention with his pranks. But as he grows further, then people start recognizing him as not just another child. The entire town, men, women, children are drawn to him. They say even the animals, the cows and birds hung around him. Well, this phenomena is happening when he's just 7, 8 years of age. So after this Kaliya Mardhana, then slowly Yashoda, who as any mother would be, is fond and possessive about this little wonderful child that she has. But she starts realizing, this is not just another child. This is a divine possibility that everybody is recognizing it already, everybody in the town is recognizing it, but she is wrapped in her motherly love for a little cute child. So from Krishna being a cute little boy to a divine possibility slowly dawned upon her, and her love for the child, which was a motherly relationship, slowly transformed itself. From Matru Prema, it became Krishna Prema. Nobody could have helped it. It's inevitable, it has to happen. It always happens, everywhere. Here also it happened, rather quickly. He's just 7, 8 years of age, but already he is displaying that in so many ways you cannot take him as just another child. So naturally, she evolves from just loving this young boy as her own to understanding that this is a divine possibility. Some mischievous translation in Hindi language happened because I said,
From being a mother, she became his lover. The word lover, probably in small towns where they understand the word lover only as, a sexual relationship, somebody went and played mischief and made it like I'm suggesting that Yashoda had sexual kind of draw towards Krishna. So there's a whole reaction. Well, in this, there are devotees who are genuinely hurt. Why is Sadhguru saying this? To all of them I bow down and my profoundest apologies for you to be hurt like this. But at the same time, I want you to know that from your wildest stretch of imagination, how do you think that I will go about saying such obscene things about Krishna of all the people? I will not say such obscene things about any human being, especially someone like Krishna of all the people. As far as I am concerned, Krishna is among the highest expressions of yoga because through his entire life, he displayed that he could be involved in every kind of drama, including war, but still remain playful and untouched. This is only if somebody is established in yoga, this is possible. So we see him as the highest manifestation of yoga. And you think I will go and say such a thing? This is a mischievous translation and a mischievous edit of a 2005 program. It is a live program, it is not a prepared text that I'm reading. It's a live program. Maybe I left out the word divine and just said, she started loving him as a lover. Those who are translating this, if they are doing it innocently due to lack of language, I would like to tell them, you can be a lover of flowers. That does not mean you're sexually aspiring a flower. You can be a lover of wild animals. That does not mean you're sexually aspiring wild animals. You can be a lover of the divine. This does not mean you're aspiring sexually towards the divine. So this is English language. If you have done this translation innocently, not knowing and translating the English words literally into Hindi and making it sound and look ugly, well, please correct it. If you're doing it mischievously, well, your karma will breed its own consequences for you for doing such things. But for those devotees who are genuinely hurt by believing this kind of mischievous act, I am extremely sorry that such a thing has happened and it's happened because of my video to you. Please do not be hurt about it. You can be rest assured, Krishna is of highest value to us. We will not say anything wrong. My whole effort has been to present him as one of the most mature spiritual possibilities on the planet. And we have done that in many different ways. Those of you who are genuinely hurt because you thought this was said, I would like you to watch probably there is 35-40 hours of Leela video which happened over 8 days. In that, somebody takes a minute-long video which is pieced together with the intention of causing mischief. Please do not go by that. And those of you who think on these lines, unfortunately, you don't come to such things just like that. You unfortunately think like that. Now leave Yashoda aside. It is well established in our culture. Everybody in that town loved Krishna. They danced with Krishna. They engaged in ras with Krishna. If in your mind ras means sexuality, are you saying every other man, woman and child and even the cows and birds were having sexual engagement with Krishna in the Ras Leela? When the whole town is involved, what is wrong if the mother also goes there? Because she also started recognizing his divine qualities rather than seeing him as just her child. It is a transformation for a mother that Instead of seeing a little boy as her possession, she sees him as a divine possibility. This is a tremendous transformation for a mother, and that is the elevation that you must give to Yashoda, not simply being reactive like this. And anyway, if we have hurt anybody, we're very, very sorry for that. But there is no need for any genuine Krishna Bhakta to be worried about me saying something against him. That has not happened till now, that is not happening now, that will never happen again. I can assure you this, you will be assured yourself if you see everything else rather than seeing this concocted 2-minute or 1-minute video.
I feel that I'm full of fear, anger, jealous, all those things. How to go beyond all these things and to know this life to its core?
You don't have to go beyond all these things, you just have to stop creating those things. Your fear, your anger, all these are products of a mind which you have not taken charge of. Your mind is capable of producing joy, your mind is capable of producing fear, your mind is capable of producing anxiety, turmoil, tranquility, agony, ecstasy, it can produce anything. It is producing things that you do not want simply because you do not know how to handle it. There is no need for anybody to handle their fear, their anger, their whatever, nor is there any need for anybody to seek happiness or peace or joy or blissfulness. There is no need. All you have to do is, you have to spend some time, you have to do certain sadhana to find out where the keyboard is for this fantastic computer that is loaded on your head. You don't know where the keyboard is, so you're punching all the wrong numbers. So all kinds of things are happening. So either you can make this mind into a miracle, or you can make this mind into a misery manufacturing machine. So the misery in the form of anger, fear, you don't have to do anything about it. You just have to stop the production line, not the product. You just have to stop the production line and start a different product. You must see that joy is coming out of it, bliss is coming out of it, because the same mind is capable of that also. Sometimes you're joyful, sometimes. A young man like this. So it is capable of joy also. So you just have to… Jay is always here. You know the computer? That's where it is. If you do like this, misery, misery, misery. And if you hold one button, misery, 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 misery will multiply. You should know how to keep your hands off the keyboard and just punch what you want. Now, unawares, you don't even know where it is, it's punching. If you can't think properly, that's not where it is. Wrong buttons. So அப்படிதானே? அப்படியெல்லாம் வேலை பண்ணாது. இப்படியெல்லாம் பண்ணா மூளை வேலை பண்ற மாதிரி இருந்தா அப்படி பண்ணி போட்டிருக்கலாம். So there is sadhana to take charge of your body, to take charge of your mind, to take charge of your energies, to take charge of everything that you are. Rather than taking charge of it, you are wishing for a nice product. It will not happen like that. Life has never worked like that. Not for anybody. Never ever has anything worked for anybody by doing all the wrong things. Unless you do the right things do not happen to you at all.
Look, I have to congratulate you. You made it through a deep, unfiltered video. That takes attention, openness, and courage. So leave your city in the comments, or share a quote that stuck with you. If you feel this could help someone, send it their way. Thank you, Big Hug, and until next time.